Hi, my name is Patrick Delchop. I'm head of sales and managing partner of Current Energy LLC. We are exclusively a commercial solar provider doing most of our work over here in Southern California. My partner David Bell being the designer and engineer of all of our projects, and Stephen Heine, our CFO, who manages the financing and costing of the projects. We have our own labor force, and we do most of our work in Southern California. I'm here today at one of Current Energy's latest solar projects, a 100,000 square foot commercial building located in Chatsworth, California. We replaced the entire roof using the highest quality materials. We then securely installed 2,099 solar panels with a built-in self-cleaning system. We also built 2 carports with an additional 324 panels and added 4 car charging stations. This entire project, including monitoring, maintenance, warranting, the roof installation, and ensuring the system for 20 years, was done at no cost to the building owner. Solar projects like this one are made possible because of the Los Angeles Feed-In Tariff, or FIT program. The LA FIT program allows the building owner to rent his rooftop to a commercial solar developer. The developer sells all the power back to LADWP at one of the highest rates in the country under a 20-year contract. This guaranteed high rate allows the developer to compensate the building owner with a 20-year guaranteed rental rate. The building still receives power from the existing DWP metered connection. This is a win-win for all the 3 participants. The building owner receives a new roof and a guaranteed revenue sharing contract for 20 years with 0 out-of-pocket expense and 0 liability. The developer, Current Energy, receives guaranteed revenue sharing and tax benefits from multiple government entities. LADWP receives all the clean energy generated from the system and gets closer to achieving their clean energy goals. The LA FIT program has created an economic environment that financially motivates solar entrepreneurs like Current Energy to partner with Los Angeles building owners, thus producing a symbiotic relationship and creates clean energy systems that would not have been possible otherwise. If you are a Los Angeles building owner with tenants paying you rent, the interior of your building is an asset. However, your roof is considered a liability because your building's roof needs to be maintained and replacement can be very expensive. With a high rate of return from the LA FIT program, you can easily transform your building's roof from a liability to an asset. From our perspective, a solar company is not just someone who puts panels or some entity that puts panels on tops of roofs or puts carports, as you see behind us. It's the company that has the balance of the most efficient construction process along with excellence of the work. The excellence of the work always takes precedent over the timelines of the construction process. And afterwards, this is going to be something that's on the property for decades. And we have to be very mindful and very connected with the client to make sure that everything is functioning properly and that the client is satisfied with the end product.
I'm David Bell, co-owner and partner of Current Energy. I focus on the design and engineering of all of our solar PV systems. So our key philosophy when we design and engineer a project like this is really we keep longevity in mind. We want a system that's going to produce long past its useful lifespan and long past the contract period of 20 years with LADWP. So when it comes to product choice and selection, component integration, we choose products that are time tested, that have great warranties, and that are standards in the industry, ones that are proven and reliable.
We work with our clients, especially through me, all through the process, from the beginning of the project through the permitting process, giving them updates, telling them how the project is coming along, and then especially through the construction process, which can be a difficult one sometimes. But in general, as long as we are keeping the client abreast of everything that's happening, things go very smoothly. I liaison with all my clients, and I did with Joseph. We probably talked once a week during this whole process. And after the project has been completed and is now functioning, Joseph calls me from time to tell me how the project is going. We monitor the project on our energy monitoring system. I'll report to Joseph often, telling him that the system is functioning at maximum capacity.
The current energy, I'm really very happy with this company because Patrick and he's representing the company, and he came by. He's very helpful, and also David Bell is their very knowledgeable engineer of the company, and they calculate how much kilowatt hour it will generate, and they're very reliable people, reliable company. Basically, they did what they said. You know, it was no interruption in the business. It was no interruption in the traffic or the tenants. You know, they started the day they promised, and they complete the project the day they promised.
When we come to a solar project, we have to consider every aspect of what is this system going to do to the property. One of the first questions we asked him, and for that matter any client, is what is the condition of the roof? He expressed that they're constantly repairing the roof, that it had been on the property for well over 20 years. We work closely with several roofers in the area. We had one of the roofers that we respect greatly come and take a look at the roof. His considered opinion was that at most that roof had a life of maybe 3 or 4 years left. We told Joseph all of this, and we said that we felt it would be unfair to Joseph to put a system on that roof and unfair to us that without addressing the condition of the roof. The last thing, as I've said before, is that we don't want to put a solar system on a piece of property, then have to start removing parts of it to make repairs, or removing the whole thing. It doesn't do anyone any good. It is harmful to the client, it's harmful to us. So we felt that Joseph would be well served to have a new roof installed, and because it's a feed-in tariff, we installed the roof at our expense. When we were going over the need of the new roof, Joseph was concerned about what that expense was going to be for him, and I said to Joseph, maybe I haven't made it clear during our discussion, but the cost of the new roof is all of our capital investment. It's not yours. We put it in. That's what your project is, and you have no out-of-pocket for the roof as well as for the solar system. And so you're going to be getting a new 20-year warranted roof out of this project, and you're going to be getting a share of the revenue that we generate from DWP. One of the concerns that Joseph expressed was what if someone is injured by the solar system that's put on the property, separate and distinct from whether or not his own property is going to be affected, or what if there's property damage that takes place to private individuals that come on the property or to his tenants. We explained to Joseph that anything that's caused by the solar system is our responsibility. We carry significant insurance policy. Our policy has a $3 million umbrella policy on it, and also anything that stems from the installation of that system, from damage to the roof if that's what happens, or damage to any part of the infrastructure of the building itself, is our responsibility. It's hard to come up with a scenario as to how a solar system would injure an individual. But if such a thing occurred, if it was caused by the installation of our facility, it's our responsibility and not Joseph's. In addition to that, Joseph having this system put on the property required no additional insurance on his part whatsoever from his own liability carrier.
Our clients often ask, how do we sustain ourselves over a 20-year contract? And the answer is simple, that these systems are consistently producing revenue. Solar has been proven over the last years to be a sustainable investment and a predictable investment. The weather may vary from day to day, but year over year, the amount of sun that's hitting these panels is almost guaranteed. That guaranteed amount of sun that hits those panels turns into dollars. We have a 20-year guaranteed buy rate from DWP to buy this energy. So essentially, we know what the system's going to produce. We know how much dollars it's going to produce. And with that guaranteed stream of revenue over the 20 years, it incentivizes everyone to stay in the deal and have it be profitable for everyone. For us, then, there really is no reason for us to leave or abandon the project. It's a revenue-producing asset that benefits everyone.
Firstly, thank you for listening to me today. Today we've spoken, or I have spoken, almost exclusively about feed-in tariffs or FITs. But I don't want to leave the impression that that is the only aspect of commercial solar that Current Energy gets involved in. We are involved in almost every aspect of solar sustainable energy, from saving systems to power purchase agreements directly with the owners of properties, and as we've already discussed today, the feed-in tariff program. If you have any questions whatsoever about any solar needs commercially, please do not hesitate to contact me. My name is Patrick Delchop. My number is 310-738-5270, and I urge you to give me a call with any questions whatsoever, and let us figure it out from there. Thank you for listening to me today again, and it was a great pleasure to spend some time with you.